Hello dear students, welcome to today's session. In this session, let us understand some of the question answers from the lesson Periodic Classification of Elements. And the first question is, how could the modern periodic table remove various anomalies of Mendeleev's periodic table? Let us understand what are anomalies first. Anomalies means they are the issues. Anomalies means they are the issues. Okay. The first thing was the Mendeleev periodic table was unable to give the place for hydrogen. We know the Mendeleev periodic table, right? So this table could not give the place for hydrogen. Why? Because hydrogen was having the property of both the halogen metal as well as the alkali metal. That is the first thing. And the second thing is hydrogen was also having the different masses. But this hydrogen was also considered as one of the isotopes. Correct. So, hence the hydrogen was not having the fixed position in the Mendeleev's periodic table. But later, this was being resolved in the modern periodic table because hydrogen was placed on the basis of the atomic number. Hence, the problem of which was not having the fixed position. Correct. So that was being resolved in the modern periodic table. Clear? And the second thing is, isotopes were not having the space in the Mendeleev's periodic table. You know, the isotopes are having the different mass number, correct? So if we look at the mass number of an element, and if the element is having different masses, we cannot give different position for that particular one element. That is not possible. Correct. Hence, isotopes were not having the space in the Mendeleev's periodic table, but when it comes to modern periodic table, again the elements were arranged on the basis of the atomic number. Now all the isotopes got the fixed position. Clear? And the one more thing is, when we were talking about the Mendeleev periodic table, cobalt and nickel were having some issues because the mass number of cobalt was higher than the mass number of nickel, but the cobalt was placed first than the nickel. If the nickel is having less atomic mass number, it has to be placed before the cobalt, correct? But it was placed after the cobalt. This was the wrong order of arrangement. And this problem also, it was been resolved when it comes to modern periodic table because the cobalt and nickel were arranged on the basis of the atomic number. Now the cobalt is having the lesser atomic number compared to nickel. So all these anomalies which were there in the Mendeleev periodic table, it was being resolved, it was being cleared in the modern periodic table. Correct? And the next question is, name the elements you expect to show the chemical reactions which is similar to the magnesium. I repeat the question. Name the elements you would expect to show the chemical reactions which is similar to magnesium. So if you look at the magnesium, it is present in the second group, correct? You can look at the magnesium, and we also know that the elements which are present in the same group have similar properties. So because of this, we can say that any element which is present in the second group, for example, beryllium, calcium, strontium, barium, any elements which are present in this group are also having the similar property which the magnesium is having. Correct? So we can take any elements. We can take beryllium, we can take calcium, strontium, barium, any element, because they're asking to show the similar property as the magnesium is having, correct? So we can pick any elements. All the elements which are present in this group are having the similar properties. Clear? The next question is, name two elements that have two electrons in their outermost shells. Two electrons. We know the electronic configuration, correct? So let us look at the first group. How many elements are in the outermost orbit? Only one. Lithium, see, if I look at hydrogen 1, lithium 2, 1. So we cannot see 2 electrons on the outermost orbit. So this group I cannot take. Now let us see the next group. Beryllium, what is the atomic number? 4, correct? And electronic configuration is 2, 2. Magnesium 12, 2, 8, 2. Calcium 20, 2, 8, 8, 2. Correct? So if we look at the second group, the elements present in this group are having 2 electrons on the outermost shell. Clear? So we can take any elements which is present in the second group, that is magnesium, calcium, strontium, anything we can take. Any 2 elements we can give the example. Okay? And the next question is, name 3 elements that have single electrons in their outermost shell. Single electron. So just now we have discussed the first group, correct? So if we look at the first group, all the elements in the first group have only 1 electron on their outermost orbit. Let us see. Lithium, atomic number is 3, correct? It's 2, 1. Sodium, 2, 8, 1. Potassium, 2, 8, 8, 1. Correct? So if you look at the first group, all the elements which are present in the first group, they're having only 1 electron on their outermost orbit. So we can take an example as lithium, sodium, potassium, anything. Any 3 elements we can pick. So we can take any 3 elements to show the single electrons in their outermost shell. Clear? And the next question is, lithium, sodium, potassium are the metals that react with the water to liberate the hydrogen gas. Is there any similarities in the atoms of these elements? Yes, of course. There is similarity. Let us look at the periodic table. If you look at the periodic table, the elements, these are the elements, like, right? The lithium, sodium, potassium, right? So these are the elements. They are all belonging to the first group. And again, we know that the elements which are present in the same group have similar property. And they are also having the 1 valence electron on their outermost shell. Hence, when these elements react with the water, they will liberate the hydrogen gas because they are having the similar properties. Clear? So now I can say lithium, sodium, potassium are all these metals. Why these are metals? I have already told you. All the metals in the periodic table, they are present on the left hand side of the periodic table. Correct? So now all these metals, when they react with the hydrogen, they can liberate when they react with the water, they can liberate the hydrogen gas. Clear? So in my next video, I will be explaining the rest of the questions which are present in this lesson. Thank you.